Perfect. Hello, world, and welcome back to Bazgoth, the Crimson Blade, as we are on session 42, traveling on into the pits, searching for missing friends, and maybe finding another friend, as the original Bazgoth seems to be going and missing every now and then. So, as we are traveling, there was a big, well, I guess, duel that happened between Tarnik and the champion of Gonash, which Tarnik was able to survive long enough to be able to gain the eye and respects, maybe, of at least the champion. And in the other aspect, Bordak and Volsa had disappeared as well, being mentioned that they were doing their own duel, but have still recently been gone while the party is now traveling. And in that time, we also came up upon another member, or at least somewhat of a member, who has joined the group. Sass. Don't mind my pronunciation. My tongue doesn't seem to pronounce it right. I don't know why.
Put the name on her token, on his token.
Let me see. On their token.
Hopefully that's a copy paste type of thing. Click, done, right?
Let me see here. I see what's going on. Me. Maybe. Let's see how it works. There we go. Sasszoltár. Saskar. Sas for short. Okay. So we had a new person join, and currently traveling with the group as Drogath has also been a little bit flustered in a sense to figure out what is going on and where Bordak is currently moving about as everyone travels deeper into the pits. And let me see one thing really quick. Just gotta make sure on certain notes that everything is correct. I think you had... yeah. Said that y'all were going to travel toward this main, I guess, the center point near the Death Mountain, if I'm correct, which would be this particular area in orange. So the newcomer had given some information saying that was probably, I think that's, if I remember right, y'all had asked, and Slas had mentioned that was probably a location that had some activity going on.
What was the blue dot to the left?
Oh, that was for Sas, because that's where he comes from. They come from. The Zethquora is the place where the Serpari are living, basically, for that particular region. Alright, with that being said, this is the path y'all were heading to. We're going to jump back over here to this map. And now, refresh my mind. Did y'all end up traveling on because y'all had just recently rested, then y'all had a duel, and then y'all started moving forward?
Yeah, correct. I'm pretty sure we did, because I initially objected because shouldn't we wait here for them? And they said, no, wherever they've gone, they'll just appear and join us.
Okay.
Yep.
So.
Okay, excellent. All right.
So then, do you need my survival?
Yes. Go ahead and roll your survival. See what we get this time.
And I will add a guidance to it as well. So that way, let me throw that out as a display so everyone can see.
Excellent.
Why is it not rolling?
Oh, D&D Beyond did an update. Sometimes you might have to right-click on it and then choose. Yeah, we've been having a lot of trouble.
Okay.
I've been having to, I click the button for the skill, and then I have to go and click roll on the actual roll.
Yeah.
You are literally having the worst luck with it, Waz. Honestly.
Yeah. It'll shoot through 5 rolls at once for me. It's ridiculous.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's... I don't know what they did, but yeah, that on the last game I was having so much problems.
Yeah.
Alright then, so... goddamn, how many...
I see 24 on the screen.
Yeah, 24 survival. Plus your guidance.
So the survival doesn't come through for me, but I see the 2 custom 14 rolls.
Okay. So 24... And then I rolled a D4.
So that's Narzek.
Oh, it got added. Okay. That's weird. I was just trying to roll just the D4. Okay. So we'll do the 24 and now we'll see about let me throw the Let me see if I can try just the 1 die. There we go. Alright, so 25 basically.
25? Okay.
Yeah. So
All right.
ignore the 32 one.
Freaking D&D Beyond going crazy. All right.
Yeah. I think when I put the display of guidance and then I rolled the survival check, it adds they roll the both dice automatically. So instead of me doing just rolling the survival check and then pulling a spare roll or a spare 1d4 separately, it just when I pull it as when I take out that 1d4, it adds the d20 with my check.
Yeah, it's like I said, it did something weird to D&D Beyond there. Okay, cool. All right. So
25.
Cool. All right. So as y'all are making your way through, is there anything in particular as y'all are traveling this day, right after the duels and stuff, just recently happened? Anything that anybody is doing in particular as you are traveling in this scorching hot land and seeing the horizons just kind of wavering off in the distance? You are now actually traveling through what seems to be these flatlands that are pretty much just webbed with lava rivers here and there. Sometimes this path actually taking you pretty close by and feeling the scorching of its heat radiating out. But aside from that, anything in particular that anybody would be doing?
I'm gonna make sure that we stay cooled off. I'm gonna do create water for everybody.
Okay.
Nice. And we are traveling in the evening, right? So this is...
Yeah, I think y'all started traveling, so right about this time is when the sun is starting to actually, because I think y'all slept during the day. I think y'all went to sleep early this last time though, I think like around 6 or something. And then
Well, we haven't gotten a rest after that because I know I already burned out a lot of my healing spells on healing
Yeah, y'all haven't gotten the rest. I think y'all just started traveling, and then because it would have been around like 2 or 3 that y'all, if y'all were gotten the full 8 hours, y'all would have woken up around 2 and 3. Y'all had a little bit of a duel there, and then y'all started making way. Unless y'all were gonna keep to that, but aside from that, yeah, the sun is still up as y'all traveling the last parts of the day because y'all went to sleep earlier. If I remember right, y'all went to sleep earlier, like around 6 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'm doing anything in particular.
Okay.
And with Orc and Sigma turning up, it woke everyone up. So
Yeah, it's this one is kind of a day that's a little bit off and more hot than usual. All right. Well, then in that case, we move on. And at this point, as you are traveling deeper, and I will say, go ahead and roll me with an advantage. Whoever wishes to roll this one, roll me a stealth check.
Cool.
I think Ed was good at that. Yeah.
I will do that with the guidance. And apparently the dice god says, "Oh, okay.
19's
I
not
rolled
bad.
I rolled a 6.
Don't admit that. Just go with the 19.
Oh, that's why it's so low. I'm glad I did guidance.
Oh, and so 19 is the final?
Oh, with advantage. I gotta do it again then.
Yeah, there we
With
go.
advantage is 26.
Excellent. So, as you are traveling, going deeper into these pits,
Oh, it didn't add the D4.
It's fine.
yeah, I think you'll be fine now. You are passing through what seems to be
30.
these more abundant rivers of lava, but there are still places where you can stop, hide behind rocks and such, and you pass by another grouping of devils. And as you are traveling these next 3 days, going deeper, you happen to be more. Well, there happens to be more of these bands of devils moving in and out, traveling all over the place, going in different directions. A lot of them mainly north, and in some you actually see brigades of them. You're starting to realize that whatever's happening here, this area, you're thinking that you're going into the heart of something where it may be pretty darn dangerous, because these brigades sometimes consist of anywhere from 20 to 40 of these devils. Could be led by horned devils and smaller and lesser devils, but nonetheless, quite a numerous amount of these creatures starting to lurk everywhere.
It's not an army of pit fiends.
And
that would be dangerous.
Yeah, and I would say that this area maybe, like I said, there wasn't really names to these regions because they're so sparse and not very many people travel here. But perhaps, Sass, you would understand maybe this region of Orange that y'all are traveling to in this location. Probably have heard some names. Maybe aside from the actual pits of the hells of this region, you seem to remember certain maps back in the temple and words saying the scar, the scarred land, the land that's usually barren and warned against from creatures going into it. And as far as the at least from the path that you're taking, you're pretty sure that that's where you're heading. As you start to look around and start to recognize certain mountains and possibly gain memory from maps and different places that you've probably been when you were part of the temple. It's pretty much scorched land, and you have heard something about a hellmouth, a possible entrance to somewhere, and you have heard that there's pretty much some sort of volcanic ravine that is also part of the region there. It's approximately maybe a mile to maybe half a mile, more likely. And you've heard that there's ancient battles that had happened there before. But if there is any kind of vegetation that you've heard of, that's pretty much just withered and dying there. But you are walking here and you can see some very interesting vegetation here. Things you probably wouldn't see elsewhere. But even weeds that are just golden brown and look very sad and hanging down and drooping into the ground from the heat and lava. And as you all are moving deeper, yes, you can feel the ash and the burning in your lungs. Not only just your skins, and even your eyes can start to feel that raw burning sense as you're traveling deeper here, and some of that sun is just reflecting back upon your skin. And yeah, that's what you know about this region, at least about the scar that you've heard of. Do what you will with that information as far as knowing where you're heading, but aside from that, let's just jump back over here.
Tarnak, demons, devils, moving in such a way suggests coordination. Yet, every time we encounter one, they claim to have no master. Certainly, there's a greater organization.
That's not true. They're actually lying to you. Devils actually serve many masters.
Tarnak, your voice has gotten higher.
Well, Tarnik's in the wagon steering. So if you're outside the wagon, he probably wouldn't hear you too well.
Well, I would assume that moved towards you
to say something there.
Yes, I would have moved towards you and made that comment.
Yeah.
I assumed you were standing right next to me. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But Tarnik would say, this doesn't bode well at all. If they're moving in formations, yes, they definitely have people leading them, getting them to do certain things at certain times. I think Narzak is right. They did lie to us. But that's not surprising. They are devils after all. What we can do now, I don't know, maybe send Cub and Narzak out scouting ahead. Make sure that we don't get into a position where we can't get out of. It's not so much what's around us in regards to these fiends. It's about the environment. Where can we take this way and not get caught?
Even in
Cub
our
and Narzak go and scout some routes for us.
even with our great strength, their numbers would overwhelm us.
Yes. We need to stay out of sight. And not get the wagon caught in a hole or something.
And as far as Narzag, Sas, and Cub, y'all are actually in the position you're currently on, or are y'all in a different position?
Well,
I guess Narzag, you can answer first.
well, since they're missing the scout, I would like to go ahead. But there's no way I can go ahead of the horse because even with Longstrider, the horse moves faster than me.
Well, it depends on, I guess, how fast Tarnik is moving the horse.
Yeah, Shiv's hooked up to the wagon. He's not moving fast at all. He's a war mount. He's not a beast of burden.
Yeah, so that would be up to you, Narzag, where you wish to go.
I will scout ahead.
Okay.
My bear.
All right. And
I was guarding the back first time, but we're missing a few scouts.
and then Cub,
Meteor swarm.
you would be in that position right now.
I would. I kind of want to go, but then I'm also don't want to. Probably just send Tikal
Okay.
and would go with my eyes,
Excellent.
depending on what.
Where is Tikal?
He was there.
He's on top of Dragoth.
Oh, okay. Is he? Can I see? Oh, there he is. There we go. Okay. So you want to send Tikal with Nazag.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to put
And then I'll
him.
Then I'll call out to Das
Is
and
that
ask
an
him
animal?
for information about the area.
No, what?
So I'd ask
Is
Das
that-
about the area, considering he knows about it.
Yep. Tikal is basically a displacer beast, but in a baby form, in a baby calf form.
So speak of animals won't work. Okay.
All right.
Well, it's a familiar. It's my familiar, so.
Oh yeah, it definitely wouldn't work.
DM,
It's technically a cat, but I was able to. I morphed it into becoming a displacer beast cat, like in a baby form.
Yes. What
wanting to keep them away from the safer path intentionally for Saz's own personal reasons and the way they seem to want to head and the information you just gave. Do I tell them to head towards the scar, letting them know that there's a possibility the wagon won't make it through this and you might need to stash it somewhere? Because if there's going to be lava and wilting plants, I mean, the horse is definitely going to be fine, but this is, I'm assuming, a regular wagon.
Yeah, that's actually a good point that you brought up. I was wondering if anybody was going to, yeah. As far as you would definitely know that the lavas are going to be getting harder. You don't even.
That's why I wanted the clarification on if I was missing something with this wagon and the way they're. Okay, so Saz would have basically been listening to this and said, I would probably rethink your plans to scout ahead. One would probably decide it's best to ditch the very flammable mode of transportation you are currently traveling on. You are going into the pits. There is lava and fire in abundance. The devils are only actively a problem if they see you. This wagon would not survive touching these lava pits. You worry about a hole How about being engulfed in flames?
I think that has already happened. Past tense.
Well, it's happened to us, but not the wagon. Losing the wagon would be quite a blow. Tarnak, that is a tactical decision.
It's my decision. But how do we do it? We just leave it out here, someone would come along and steal it.
I would suggest the scout look also for a cave or an outcropping, somewhere where the wagon could be disguised with something laying around. Dead plant matter, trees.
Oh, where are the plants? I don't see any.
We've seen caves though. Perhaps we could find a
Well,
rock.
let's head to the caves then if you've seen them.
We encountered the wizard in such a cave, didn't we?
Narzag, go ahead and roll me a perception.
Oh, great. I suck at that.
Okay.
I will do guidance.
Wait, before you do. Before you do that, I will do one more thing. You said perception, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
That follows under
Wisdom.
wisdom. So then you got the. You get the owl's grace. Basically wisdom. So you got advantage.
All right, Narzag, go ahead and roll me that perception. Ooh, nice. Okay.
And guidance.
So
25.
with that, you would be able to at least notice that there is a figure now coming toward you guys.
I will see. Test if my party knows Orc Sign Language, and I'll sign it. Orc Sign. See if anybody understands me. Someone's coming.
I guess it depends if they're having a conversation with Sass or if they're looking your way. Is anybody looking at Narzag?
Probably not.
Not really.
Yeah, everybody's just okay. You would notice that they're not currently paying attention to you.
I'll be staring at them, and I'm just gonna mimic. I'm gonna try to attempt to mimic what he's saying.
Okay. That's
You're right there, cub. You having an attack or something?
I think he's having a seizure. He should lay down and put his feet up.
Well, you can probably say that. I think Narzak is doing the same because this is what he's doing. I don't know what this means.
I will hold my breath so I don't breathe it also.
I'm gonna do the same because I think that one over there he's gone.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody else has sign language or language of.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
We don't.
David did.
Oh yeah,
Ronak?
Bordak did.
Ronak did, yeah.
Y'all can all now roll perception at this point in time. I'm just gonna, you'll see this figure coming up. Y'all should be able to recognize pretty soon here at this point, since your cart is moving toward it.
Too bad.
Tarnik is still figuring out what's going on with Narzag. I don't know if anybody else wishes to roll that, but holy cow. That's a survival, not perception.
Yeah, I did not mean to pick on that one. My bad.
Your Your skills are impressive with your survival, but they're
Why is
going.
it saying survival? I literally clicked perception.
Yeah, it's probably
Yeah,
probably a cache issue with the website because they're having so much problems. So the last button you clicked is usually going to stick to it because it's a cache problem that they're doing with the coding behind it. So you have to actually, I think you have to right click and try it that way. If not, you're going to have to refresh.
All right.
Or you can click on your token and then try it. Like rolling initiative.
I can't even do that on the Roll20 thing.
Yeah, so, you know, when you click on your ability, does the dice roller appear on the side?
Where?
To roll?
On Roll20?
No.
No, on D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
So if you click that roll, it should pick up whatever it is you've picked last. You get a 0 for guidance.
It's
don't
crazy. Oh
All
my
right,
gosh.
I'm just gonna refresh.
That is really weird.
Yeah, I just refresh D&D. But
Yeah,
while
how do
he's
you
doing
get
that, Sas, you can also roll a perception.
I rolled a 12.
A 12. Oh, okay, yeah. You and Tarnik are having a conversation right now. Yeah,
All
there we
right,
go.
there we go.
Nice. Well, with that one, you would notice the figure coming up ahead. As Narzak is trying to do weird stuff with his hands. By this time, Cub, eventually the wavering horizon, you see this figure. And it's coming straight for you as the cart is getting closer. Eventually, y'all do notice that it is, at least the two of y'all first, notice that it is Volsa up ahead, walking, which seems to be holding weapons at each side of her hand, or each side of her. And eventually,
So you like that lead cup?
I'm like, oh great. I'm just gonna murmur it to myself as I see her. I'm like, great. I'm surrounded. I was like, it's bad enough that I'm surrounded with male idiots, except for one that I like. But now I got the female idiots.
luckily she's far away. As she keeps walking forward.
I'm saying this all in my head, or more like under my breath, so that way no one else
Oh, okay.
can hear me complain about them.
I'll shout to her and say, if you are truly our companion, tell us the password.
She looks over at Grumthar and confused and says, "What the fuck is a password?" And she's
That's her, all right.
She's like, "Don't be idiots," and looks over at Tarnik, and
Says
then
the female idiot.
she like walks over to the side of the cart as it's moving, and then she'll scooch weapons. Seems like, what are they exactly? This one is a. She lays down a battle axe, and then she lays down another large battle axe. At the feet of Tarnik. Oh, well, I guess it would also be at the feet of Grumthar as well, because y'all both are up front, I think. But yeah, she puts them, and memory would serve that these seems to be the fangs of Gonash, the ones that Bordak used to carry. Tarnik, the leader, for loyalty, here are the weapons. Should you decide to use them, I have no need of them. They're the ones that belonged to Bordak. And then she will walk off. Where are we heading still? Lita.
Tarnik looks at Grumthar and looks at the weapons and looks at Grumthar again and says, "What the fuck? I didn't kill her. I didn't tell her to kill him. I told her I needed him.
He has not said what has happened yet.
But how else are these weapons here? She went off to a duel with him, sanctioned by the gods. She comes back with his weapons.
Ganache works in mysterious ways. Volsa,
It's
tell us
pretty
your tale.
She, as you are talking, she jumps over here to this section, then she jumps over here, and it's like, "What is this? What is this? This creature?"
A local giving us information.
A local.
We need local to understand the areas that we travel in.
Denizen of this land.
I see. You sure he's not a devil?
Not yet.
But Volsa, I'm more concerned with, is Bordak dead to us? Or will he be returning?
More likely in the hells now. She scoots up a little bit closer. What is your name? She looks over at Saz.
Saz will look back at the 4 that he's already familiar with, realize that this is one of the 2 who just disappeared, and go, "This one you may call Saz. But, I do not feel that you are asking this out of the goodness of your heart. They have already decided that I can be here. If, there is a problem between the 2 of us, I would take it up with them."
She thins
Her
her
opinion doesn't
eyes,
matter.
and she looks over at Tarnik. Well, you already spoke with Tarnik. I suspect it's for the good of the group.
Tarnik, is it me or is she dodging the question at hand?
And she looks over at
Like,
Grumthar and
your
says,
opinion does not matter. Or her opinion does not matter.
she looks over. Did you tell her that?
No, I say that to Saz.
Oh. She just looks over at Grumthar and says, I did answer the question. He's more than likely in the hells now. I won the duel. I
You
won
laid
it for
his dead body
Tarnik.
at your feet? Is that what you're saying? Speak clearly.
I defeated
On the
him.
duel. That's enough to know. There's no way she could have returned here with those weapons without killing Bordak. There's no subterfuge here. This is straightforward. Orcs have a duel, one orc walks away. That's it.
And she looks over at Grumthar, seeing if he responds.
I'm eyeing her suspiciously. I just know. I am willing, strong enough to admit that my knowledge, my wisdom is not as good as others. And then with that gives me concern and doubt. For now, we march forward, and I just pray to the gods that someday Bordak will return to our aid. He was a valiant warrior. I would like to understand how someone such as Volza could possibly defeat him.
It's like you. He's too headstrong. Probably got blinded by his own rage. And she slipped in and dropped it. Daggers all over his body. That's what assassins do.
Mayhaps.
Enough.
Volza, you came from down the road. What did you see on your journey?
I only came partways down the road. I was told that I would find you here. and then I was brought back from the domain of whatever god, tournament, arena, whatever it was. It vanished, and I appeared here. So far, I see the same as I see here. Lava. Barren lands. Hot. Small rocks and cliffs. Just as you see exactly here. Where are we going? Have we found the word of Little Wolf?
Did you see any caves in the cliffs that you've travelled past?
No caves. The mountains are far.
Even right here, we can see there's a handful of trees and a rock outcropping. We could pull the wagon off into these large boulders and surround the trees around them. Would give it some cover, and we could proceed on foot.
The trees that you see are actually a little bit thinner than that. They're just about dried up. Leaves are very, very minuscule on them. And they're not like the bushy leaves. They're more of the thin, worm-like looking leaves, kind of drooping down. So it would be up to y'all how you would wish to do that. But y'all would require quite a bit.
Even if we back the wagon into this area down here, maybe we could roll a boulder in front of it.
Yep. Depending on what y'all wish to do, y'all can do that if y'all wish.
That is, so, Volsa, our paths take us into treacherous land full of lava and fire. There's concern about this consuming our wagon.
Volsa will look ahead toward the path that you're following and says, I suspect we'll eventually hit some place where we can't carry the wagon through lava. Possibly even for us. I'm not very familiar with this region, and I already hate it.
There's not much to like.
Well, it's far too heavy to lift up or move. After all, there's a forge in there. And all the blacksmith stuff. It's heavy. It will sink. It is best to hide the wagon now. Narzag, do you know how to make maps so we do not lose our wagon?
No.
Volsa looks over and snickers at Narzag. I can make a map. How hard would it be to make a map? I've made many. I thought you were some sort of ranger.
I hunt and live in the wilds.
A true orc.
Like the two separate. Still, Volsa,
I don't know for what I need to go.
That would be very useful. We don't want to lose our wagon.
Yes. I have the capabilities to make the map to return.
Tarnik will pick up the two weapons of Ganosh and spin them in his hands. Look at Grumthar and hand them to him.
Here, you can use these better than me.
I'll keep them safe.
Make the most of their worth. They are very strong. And with it, I will let you lead.
Was not expecting that.
Well, it was between you and Cub, and Cub can't imagine picking up the fangs.
The what?
Oh, the battle axes.
Battle axe.
I think these ones I do have on D&D Beyond, if you wish to look them up, the names right there.
I will. I'm sorry, were you intending for me to lead the group, or...
Yeah. Yes. This is too much thinking for me.
The battle was... You were to take the lead.
Oh, in battle, that's a different matter. We come into battle, then yes, I will lead the group. But out here, with all this going on, with all these differing opinions as to what we should do, it's doing my head in.
We've lost companions to unknown circumstances, and our first priority was to regain those companions. Is that our still our first priority, team?
Indeed it is.
Then we pursue deeper into this region that our new companion has indicated. I've already forgotten the name.
Sus.
Saz.
Until he leads us astray, I'm choosing to trust him. But I agree we must hide this wagon, and I would hate to lose these possessions. So, unless there's a reason not to, I would pull the wagon into that rock outcropping, move a stone in front of it, one such only a mighty orc such as us could move, and then proceed on foot in confidence. Does anyone disagree with this strategy?
Volsa just looks over at
Covered
Tarnik.
in sand too.
Hearing no objection, let's do it.
All right. So here's what we're going to do. Who all is participating in helping the cart being hid?
Oh,
I
Tonic.
will participate and put that on it. Ritual cast this to put it on the front side and the back side. To if someone enters it.
Okay.
So back
For
this.
more gone than 8 hours, you know. Well, it's gonna be.
Well, yes, I suspect we will be gone longer than 8 hours. We will take this tree out. We'll back the wagon into this, and this stone up here we will try to dislodge and roll in front of it.
Oh, okay. All right. So for the wagon is pretty easy. We're going to put the wagon there then. Pretty easy to move at first. So no rolls required for that. Dislodging the tree. Go ahead and roll a advantage. Whoever has the highest strength. Give me a acrobatic or athletics. Athletics roll with advantage.
I don't know if I'm the highest, but I'm certainly amongst the highest.
Well, you have.
That's 28.
Who Volsa would be helping, and I guess if Tarnik is helping, yes.
Yeah.
Y'all would be able to
Oh,
uproot that tree,
assistant.
at least with enough strength to position it however y'all would like to position it.
Don't know if it helps or hinders, but that is the tree that Saz used as an example and burned last time.
This would be a in a different direction now, just because y'all been traveling for a few days now. So we're just, yeah.
Theater of mind.
So many other maps out there, but yeah. So yeah, this would be a different region at this point. All right. So with that, now comes the harder one, the rock that you wish, or the boulder.
Take that tree that we just cut and use it as leverage to pry that stone away, and hopefully we can roll it into place.
All right. So this will be a high DC. Go ahead and roll me with an advantage. In fact, I'll give a +1 for everybody that's helping. So whoever is all helping there.
So Tarnik's there. He's probably poking at the rock with his
I'll
glaive.
have my bear
Ah, nice.
midnight help. since it's the strongest.
I was looking at this stone up here.
Cool.
I know it's a ways to move, but that's a big stone.
Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4. So you get a +4 to it. Sass and Cub. I don't know if y'all wanted to participate or y'all just kind of lingering back and seeing the orcs do their work.
So first, before we do this, let's clear a path, though. Hopefully the stone would roll into place. So if either of you have ways to do that, you, Mr. Nature Guy, could perhaps help us clear a path that will help us to the rock to roll into a spot that we would prefer. And then I will take the aid of anyone that's willing to help to pry this stone loose and roll it into place.
Well, I don't have, what's the spell called? Move Earth.
So if you can't help, then so be it.
I'll use physical labor. I'll scratch the ground.
So we'll take our time to do that, DM, and then I'll roll when you tell me to roll.
Alrighty. Well, then in that case,
And when it comes time to roll, I'll give you a guidance.
go ahead and roll.
Do you want to tie Shiv up to the rock and get him to pull it towards them?
So I rolled a 24, and that's before a D4 guidance. If I roll a D4,
1, 2, 3, 4, and Shiv. Okay, so that would be 5 then.
that's another 3 to make it 27.
27 plus.
Plus
You got
the
Midnight
4,
and Sheev. Sheev also help him. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
A bear can push, but they can't pull.
Wow. Okay. So that's 2 points above the DC. So
Nice.
the rock.
And this is how a true team works together. At working as a group, we can literally move heavens and earth. I suggest you don't leave anything in the wagon that you treasure.
Also just like.
In the wagon, there are all the dragon teeth, the dragon breath gland, dragon claws, leather scraps, mess kits, purple worm teeth, rations, red dragon head, red dragon scales, more rope, torches,
Grab
some
the
cotton,
rations. and
barding, shiv. Oh no, they're my
And-
saddlebag.
Only
they're not-
those items that you feel will help us in our battles against the demons and devils.
There's a hunting trap here. Will that help you, Narzag?
No. I just hunt with arrows.
Bring it. You never know
I-
when it might be useful.
How
You
many
have
arrows
5
can
minutes before we go on our way.
How many arrows can you carry?
Let's see.
You said those are battle axes, right? That Bordak had.
I have 2
Yes,
quivers
they're
and
battle
each quiver
axes.
holds 20, so I'm full of one arrows.
I don't think it's enough.
And Tarnik will grab another 20 arrows to pass over when the time is right.
All right. I'm going to say that little thing is right there. Cool.
Here. Grandpa, you take some too.
Of course.
All right. So everybody got their stuff listed that they're taking. We shall.
I'll take his weapons and I'm gonna put them in my bag of holding.
The Grumthar.
Are they sharp?
As leader, Grumthar would be required to have them on him.
Yes, I've got Gormak and Zerethul tied to my back.
It's Russians.
All right. Well, then, in that case, we shall proceed and move on forward then. And I assume that y'all going to go back on the regular schedule of traveling during the night and then resting as much as y'all can during the day. Before it gets hot, y'all would make y'all's camping. All right. Well, let me see what that is. So here's what we're going to do. As y'all are traveling forward with that dice roll of survival, as you are moving forward deeper into the southern parts, getting closer to the Ska, wind for the next day. Y'all travel for another 3 days, but the next day, the winds are just raging in this land. The howling of wind through the wind tunnels that are created by the cliffs just sound like people screaming and fires. And then as you walk past some of these wind caves, y'all can feel that heat. It's like a breath of fire dragons just upon y'all. So what I'm going to have everybody do, just because this is interesting kind of wind that's happening, they're scorching winds. Everybody make a DC 16 Constitution save. Nice, 18 for Grumthar. We're gonna see where y'all are on the map.
Hey guys, can I have 1 minute? I just need 1 minute. I'll be right back.
Okay, sure.
Oh, wow. I thought I was going to fail that one. It's all the cool mist I'm spraying on myself. Shh.
20, 19, 18.
Dan just tried to call me.
Alright, then 14. Ooh, 14. Let me see. Okay.
Is that Constitution saving throw?
Yeah, Constitution saving throw.
I'm back.
Yeah, welcome back. So,
Welcome
14 for Sass, and then 10 for Cub.
Yep.
All right. So with that, we're going to do.
Everyone gets +5 for kind of Pellinora.
Oh, then
on their
15.
saves.
Oh, okay. So brings Cub to a 15, and Sass would be a 19 then. So Cub, you're the only one who is suffering here. You're going to take 1 level of exhaustion, and what is this? 29 fire damage.
Oof.
Unless you
Carmen
have
comes over,
any
starts
resistance.
patting him. Don't catch on fire. Don't catch on fire.
You are not
29.
you are not used to these heats, these fires. The lava is extreme. The wind is blowing, almost sucking the breath away from everyone. And this is not fiery damage in a sense where you're catching on fire, but it's just burning hot winds and atmosphere, and the winds and the sand scraping against your skin, and because of this thing bearing down, even with the water that you're drinking, it seems that it's just fast. You're sweating. Everybody's sweating constantly, even with the water that they're drinking every hour, having to do this. And everybody else did okay. So let me read this really quick. I'm going to get my notes. All right. And by the time that you are reaching about midnight in your travel, maybe around 1 o'clock actually, to say, we're going to do one last roll. So everybody roll one last time for that Constitution save. Nice. 20 for Grumthar. Ooh. But you get a +5 to that though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got
Everyone.
a 19, 16 for Cub then.
With the +5, I got a 19 again. I rolled the exact same thing.
Nice. Okay, you're good. That's interesting. All right. Oh, okay. Well, then everybody is good by the time that... Oh, I gotta do one thing really quick. I forgot that I need to roll her Constitution save. Oh, she would have made that one. And then the last of the night, she would have made that one. Okay. So everybody, by the time that 1 o'clock at night finally passes, the wind starts to slow down and ease, and eventually going to the point where the heat still remains, but with the wind gone and not pushing over the top of the lava rivers here, you can see the glow of the river just illuminating the entire lands here. You can see that the cliffs are somewhat disappearing now, though. That's the main thing that you catch. And you have to actually kind of go around the serpentine paths that these things create, like a maze of travel that you're trying to find the correct location to where to go. Haas, even though you have familiarity with this area and heard the rumors here, you've never actually been this far in. So this is all different for you as well. You are seeing for the first time why people stay away from these lands. And the winds were scorching for you, and though you have felt them before, you've never felt them that strongly before. And as the group finally maneuvers further into it, you can see that it's getting worse. You can see that the heat hasn't changed much. It's still staying a constant without that wind. But now you're starting to see lakes of lava. You can see now that even though the area is more flat, there is no living thing around here. There's no vegetation. There might be boulders, but the ground itself starts turning into an ash black type of sand, very smooth. And some of you start coughing. It seems interesting because it feels like some of the sand that pretty much gets blown up by any wind or when you walk and disturb it, you feel as if you're breathing it in. And because of this, those who are not protecting themselves from it will start coughing. Volza herself just wraps cloth around her face, and
Arnik rips out one of the old cold weather clothing and starts ripping it up into strips.
Ah, excellent.
I have a square yard of cotton cloth, but it was mainly for bandages.
Tarnak, you're driving. Oh no, we're walking. We're on foot now.
We're walking.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
Tarnik's riding Shiv, but at walking pace.
And
we
I
pulled it out of the saddlebags on Shiv,
yeah.
started ripping it up.
Of course. We need cover. and we need to reevaluate our strategy. I look. Is there any on the map? There seems to be mountains and rocks all around. I would look for some sort of cover. Cub, do you see anything we could use?
So the map that you're currently in is the larger map. So it's in hundreds of miles. The particular region that y'all in is flat. It's completely flat land here. You are not seeing any sort of vegetation, and the best that you can see is maybe about stones that are about maybe 2 to 3 feet in height. But there's, as y'all linger further into this area, it is barren, it is flat, nothing alive, and just the orange of the lava that you see, basically. I don't think I have a very extreme flat area here. Let me see something. But yeah, go ahead.
How many masks can 1 square yard of cotton cloth make?
Wait, repeat that again?
1 square yard of cotton cloth.
That's
3 foot. 3 foot.
yeah. I was going to say that's quite a bit. 3 feet. Yards are 3 feet.
Bandages.
Yeah.
Potential.
Let's pause for a minute, and I'll pull Zaz up and say, "Where is our destination? This land will have the better of us before we get anywhere. There's no use going into battle when we're half dead already. I'm not sure Cub could spend another hour, let alone day, in this land. What is our destination?"
DM, you said that this is further than I've ever been.
Yes, you are currently.
So I only have references via maps. I'm basically blind here.
Yeah, aside from what I described as far as the scar, the location that you, I think you suggested. I think you were the one who suggested about the scar.
Vaguely suggested it.
Yeah, the orange area is where you had heard of rumors of the most active things happening with these devils, and the scar is where you are heading. You've never been there, but now you're starting to realize why. It's because it's pretty much just like this, volcanic dust and hundreds of miles pretty much of cinder waste. Just think of it like the wound on Earth, something like that is what you're seeing. The only thing you do know about, as I mentioned, is the mouth. Something about a hell mouth or something similar to that is what you've heard. And if anything that is happening in this region, more than likely you would think that this is the place that gives you the clues to why.
We cannot, and he, Uka, I'm sure you translate what he just said to us. Yes.
Basically, I'm going to say what he said, but also there's going to be you can see that Saz is already aggravated with you just asking this question, because does this one not remember this morning? I made it very clear that this place was death. There is nothing here but volcanic ash, lava, and death. This is what you expected. You said you would go to find your friends. If it meant dying, this is where it leads.
Throwing my words back at me, Snake, may not serve you well in the future. Tarnak, Cub, are you up to pushing further? Facing whatever we must face, if it means taking the damage?
If we find Little Wolf and Grom, then yes, we push forward.
It is so hot. Whose idea is it Whose idea was it to go this further?
Bolsa just looks over. He's like, all of us. We're asking now. Are we going to push further? I am. I don't know about you all. I will find Little Wolf.
Consensus. Yes, go ahead.
Rob, this way too. Don't forget
I
that.
can help you with the heat problem just for an hour. Gives you some sort of resistance. Would you like that to be cast?
Sure, I guess.
It is about, at this point, it's about 5 o'clock in the morning.
Are we gonna camp?
And you look around and we can camp here, but our only source of shelter would be to make some sort of stone wall to take refuge in the lee of the wind. That would take an hour's worth of hard labor to build such a wall. Is it worth it? I suppose it is.
I also will say to keep in mind that if y'all make camp earlier, that means y'all would be traveling during the day longer. Unless y'all want to travel until... depends on how y'all want to do it.
We'll march forward for another 2 hours. And if we find no refuge, then we will build such a shelter.
Oh, alrighty then.
Do you think that protection from energy will help you, Cub? It only lasts an hour.
I mean, sure, why not?
I cast protection from energy because it says must be willing.
And energy includes fire?
Yep. It's it could be choice: acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder.
There you
From a
go.
willing creature. It's concentration 1 hour.
All right. Well, then I will say y'all travel then forward, and as I said, the wind has died down. Eventually, seeing the exact same area, start to have imaginations of, have y'all been here before? It seems eventually that even though you are going and tracking around rivers, sometimes you hit rivers that take you maybe 30 to 20 minutes just to find an area to keep moving to the south. But eventually you are able to find a small, what seems to be grouping of cliffs. The only groupings that you have seen in quite some time that y'all can use as a camping ground, just as the piercing light of the sun is starting to come up over the horizon. And eventually walking, I guess, another hour into the sun, finding and using these smallish sort of cliffs to make camp. And apparently
Find your place of most comfort. Rest as you can. We leave in 9 hours' time.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Okay.
I will inform the party members when both alarms go off. Warn off, not go off.
You mean 2 days ago?
Yeah, it's been a while. They would have probably gone off a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fast tracking through a lot of days here. Unfortunately, you are in a certain area that I gotta keep my notes on. Okay, so for this, while everybody's resting, before we go into the rest area, who is anybody staying up? And also, is there anything that y'all want to do before rest?
Saz would volunteer for first.
Oh, hold up. 1 moment. So, Sass, go ahead. Go first.
Saz would definitely volunteer for first watch, and once people started putting their heads down, Saz would go a decent distance from where we've currently set up and try to cover the tracks to this part as best as they could. And maybe
nice.
start going off in a different direction and then circling back.
Wow,
You've given
excellent.
us
Okay.
no reason not to trust you, Zaz, but I'm afraid someone will be keeping watch with you.
And that's good. So actually, you know what? Roll me a survival for that. I lost.
I really want to kind of do something stupid, but I know I shouldn't.
Was really hoping that was a 20. 6.
Oh gosh. Okay. So you do your best, and from what you know, you have done your best. Alrighty. And now we're gonna go to Cub really quick. You were saying what?
I'm gonna basically go. I'm gonna just lean up to Grumpthar. There you go.
Okay.
I'm just gonna lean up to Grumpthar and I'm just gonna be like, it's like, Grumpthar, you are now my voice. From now on, it is so unbearably hot that I shall not speak. So I'll just whisper everything and you must say everything that I say.
You place a lot of confidence in Duergar. I say, Cub, you and Tarnik shall take last watch. Get your rest.
Is that good? I will do that.
I
But
will
next time when people have questions about or need to ask me questions or so, or if I need to say my words, I'll come to you directly and you be my voice.
Very good. As it's necessary, this better not persist, though.
It's just so unbearably hot.
Azaz and I will take first watch, and then we will wake the ranger and Volza. We will take the next watch, and then am I forgetting someone? But Tarnek and Cub, you'll take the last watch.
Volsa looks about and says, fine. I should be sleeping in the shadows. Awake me when it's necessary.
Before
She
resting,
said that I go to, I get Grunthar and tell him, I whisper him, and he's like, yeah, go to your shadow corner, lady.
Rest well, Volza. Cub admires you.
She says,
I poke him with my quarterstaff and like, no, say what I said. And you be my voice.
That's what I heard.
Volsa
It's what I know you meant, Cub.
Volsa vanishes into the night. As I'm sorry. Somebody else was saying something.
No, it's just me.
before resting, I surround the camp in like 4 circle alarms around ritual
okay.
guests. That's about 40 minutes before it's going to rest.
Okay. Nice.
Every adventure, you should always be surrounded by alarms.
And as Zaz and I have our watch, I let him do his thing, but eventually he would settle down and I would join him, and I would just seek to learn more of him and his culture.
Oh. Excellent.
Zaz, tell me of your community, if there is such a thing.
That is a very interesting term to use. There is not
admit to ignorance of your kind, and I just seek a bit of knowledge to show you the respect that one would deserve.
This one does not think that you are capable of the respect that my culture says that I deserve.
Tell me more.
The samurai see you as lesser. You are to be ruled, subjugated, eaten. This one does not see things in such a narrow view as the rest of them currently do. But this is the way it is for most samurai.
Does your kind have family, relatives, person of the same blood?
Not in the same sense that you would understand.
And what do you understand of the Orcan kind?
Saz is going to take a moment and look you up and down, and you can see a look of disgust come across their face for a moment. This one only knows the information that they were given back at the pit. You are large, hulking creatures, lacking intelligence, solving most of your problems with brute force, seeing yourselves as combatically superior to the other lesser races.
That is not entirely wrong. And I will regale him a little bit of the orc clan hoods and society and culture, and a little bit of my own family, how I was raised by my parents who chose to be farmers because my father's father was a warrior and he didn't want the same life, and yet I was called to a different calling, and I walked in those steps with my grandfather, and the pressures of having a family, and how I went and joined the army, the military, and have the weapons of my grandfather, and look to do the family justice. There's drama in my clan. Always drama. The sword, the axe, lacks drama for me. But yet, the clan requires honor. So that is some of our culture. Have you no one to be accountable to, Zaz?
DM. That is a very loaded question for Saz. Saz is going to look down at the ground and then look back over at you and pause for a second and just simply say, "This one hopes that you never find out if this one is still accountable to anyone."
You are a mysterious creature. And as you say, I may lack the intelligence to fully understand you. So, just know, my words may be chosen and may be offensive. And if they are, it's from ignorance, not desire to be offensive.
This one could say much the same. The pits do not look kindly upon what I do here. If this one was found, it would be for a very interesting scenario.
Yeah. Based on what you've told me then, why is it you choose to travel with us? What drives you, Zaz?
Change. Understanding.
Those are qualities in Bordak. And I don't know that I'm worthy of his stature, his place. I am more driven by accomplishment and goals, not such nebulous concepts. We will find our companions, and then we pursue the withered one. And if Ganache allows it, and you survive, you may be deemed worthy to join us.
Based off how you've dealt with this place so far, survival seems like a very distant prospect.
Put my hand on his shoulder. Perhaps because we've survived this far, survival is not as hopeless as it would seem. Now, I think our time is up.
Before the time is up, I'm actually going to have y'all both roll me a perception.
Not my specialty.
That is not what this one's either.
Still, your 14 is twice as good as my 7, so.
Oh, well then. As Grumthar is more focused on the conversation, Zaz, you are able to see at least beyond the glow of the lava rivers that are nearby, up into the twinkling of stars in the night sky. And off from the distance, you see something that comes into view very quickly, but seems to be ignoring everyone. Doesn't even take notice.
A little point of clarification. It's like 11 a.m. Right?
Y'all were taking the watch at
first watch.
Oh, y'all are going to... Oh, okay. That's true. No, that's true. Good to know. This makes it easier.
Oh.
This makes it way easier. As that's daylight. Good catch. As the daylight is still off to the horizon, then that would be to the east. You, Zas, would be able to see, probably maybe catching it at the periphery of your vision, you would see a flapping of wings, or at least what you think to be wings. And a creature appears, flying rather quickly. And this creature is something that you have probably heard of, but never actually seen in real life. And this thing is in the sky, not paying attention, and this is basically what you see. I'm going to put them in the map, but it's not where y'all are. This is just for reference.
Huh. Swell. Yeah.
And it's moving from north to east, just flying, and you can actually see the shadow of it as it moves past y'all. And you see that it's made of some sort of, well, it's made of bone, but you see its wings are torn, but it's still able to fly, and it's greenish in color. And in certain parts it also has scales that are green in color, and moves to the south. And if you're keeping watch on it, your gaze focused on it, it seems to go further into, finally it disappears off into the horizon as if it's landing somewhere to the south, vanishing almost the size of a little tiny small ant that finally touches ground off in the distance beyond what the cliff's angle lets you see, and eventually disappears.
Based entirely off of the information that they've given Saz so far and what Saz thinks they want to do, that thing just went the way that we're going, isn't it?
Yes.
Swell.
So, about not being such a distant prospect, I think our odds of survival just got a little bit more bleak.
I would take a battle with our team against such a creature versus, and I look over to the lava, tempting the fate of the molten earth. But yes, you are not incorrect. Let's inform Volza and Narzag of what we've seen. And let
I'm
them...
sure they're going to love this.
Yes. You tell Narzag, I will tell Volza. And I'll go up to Volza. I'm sure, as you pointed that out, got my attention, and we watched it together.
Absolutely.
You see Volsa completely covered, even though it's hot, she's completely covered in, like, covering her face, her skin, everything is just covered.
Yeah, sure. Tell the tale and keep your eye on the south. It was the south and east, right?
North to south. Yeah, when you wake her, she's just gonna. What? What? Is there already time?
A great beast made of a dragon, as it were, made of bone, flew within eye distance to the south. I'll point where it went out of sight.
Volsa looks towards that way, and then she thins her eyes. A dragon made of bones. I mean, old dragons are made of bones. Unless it's jelly. Well, what's new? Dragons around here flying about. Great. Well, we have Tonic. He can just vanquish another one as she walks past.
And I'll cuddle into the spot where she was. Nice little lay of the stone.
She throws her
Yeah.
blankets on you. Make sure you cover your skin. You don't want to get burned. Have you never been in a desert before?
I look at my skin. I don't have much clothing on anyway. I'm well tanned, well charred, leathery skin. So I'll do my best.
And then she walks away. All right, yeah, so bringing us to Sass and Narzag.
Orc.
I have a name, you know. Should I call you Snake?
Fair point. This one's shift is over. You would be wise to keep your eyes towards the south. There appears to be an undead dragon within the area we wish to proceed.
Well, that could be a problem. Depending on the type of undead dragon.
Volsa steps by. It's like, come on, Narsag.
I make up of my bedroll.
And she looks back over. She stops for a while. And then thinks about it as she was stepping by and says, wait a minute. Did you? And she looks over at Sas and says, did you just say undead dragon?
How many dragons of rotting flesh and bone do you know?
Well, none at all. Gramsar just said a dragon made of bones. All dragons are made of bones. He didn't mention anything about an undead dragon. He says, well, what other things can be surprising around these barren lands? We've got devils.
An undead snake?
Dragons.
Ha. Ha. Ha.
She asked.
Wolf was just like, I'd rather deal with an undead snake than an undead dragon anytime, but I suspect Tonic is able to handle undead dragons just as he did with a red one.
Well, if it's an undead red one, then maybe he could, but if it's an undead different type, maybe he can't.
Says, whatever. Dragon is a dragon to me. Alright. What side of the area do you wish to keep watch? I will keep watch of the south. I don't trust you to know if the dragon is coming back or whatever undead thing they saw.
Well, that's great. South side is warded. Continue. Oh. Keep watch on the east. Shares is east. Never mind. I'm not going to walk across lava.
Dreadful. And she goes to the south. So, Narzak, I'm going to have you go ahead and roll me a perception.
Oh, without advantage. I will give myself guidance because it may be important.
Oh, okay.
16.
16. Excellent. Good to know. Good to know. All right. Yes, the heat bears down on people who are sleeping and those who are awake and keeping watch. Nothing else noticeable. Let me do one thing really quick. Yeah. Let me do another thing. Holy Jesus. Okay.
Oh my god! That's a crit on a D100. She's got the worst luck or the best luck?
It remains to be seen, apparently. All right. God, I can't believe it rolled 100. That's crazy. So Narzak,
undead dragon succumbs to her will and is now her pet. Come on. No, it's funny. Okay.
Unfortunately.
On my watch, I will cast Pass Without a Trace.
Ah, all right. Well, for Narzak,
I'd rather be hit.
the rest of the day proceeds on with nothing unusual happening, except for the only thing that is that you cannot see Bolsa anywhere currently, as you are keeping your watch. As she did say, she was heading south, or at least keeping watch to the south. Few hours pass by eventually to where you're watch is at an end, and it's time to wake up the other group that's going to take watch.
Yeah.
Barnick is already roused and is putting his armor back on.
It's your watch now.
Where's Cub?
Tarnik, there are 4 wards I put up around surrounding us. The range is limited to 60 feet, but both the east and south will ring a mine. But the east is a very loud horn, so if something comes within, he looks and points that way, then it'll be very loud. Everyone will hear it.
Okay, thank you. And what does it sound like from the other direction?
North, south, and west are pings my mind, so I
we
figured
don't hear-
anything that can walk through
Okay.
lava should be a loud sound. That was my
Okay.
logic.
So Tarnik will go and mount up on Shiv,
I will wake
And-
up Cub.
ride up Cub, and pick him up and put him on Shiv. So the pair of them. Have fire resistance.
Ah, yes.
Nice.
Come, Cub. I need your eyes, boy.
Oh,
Now to have a look around.
they described a undead dragon flying to the south. The first watch did.
What did you see?
Nothing.
Okay. Come on, Cub. Wake up. Time to do your job.
I'm right next to you. I get like really, really up close to your to
You're on
you.
the saddle with me. You're on the horse with me.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's like I'm at this but I am really, really up close to you. Since I'm riding in like my whole I'm my
Yeah,
body's
you're between
literally
my
pressing.
arms.
Yes,
You're
like my
between
body's
arms with the reins on the outside of you.
my body's literally pressing onto you itself, and I'm just like, I'm too tired. Leave me alone, you
If you don't
idiot.
wake up, I'll throw you in the lava. Your choice.
I'll take you with me, you idiot.
Do you really think so?
Mm-hmm.
Shiv and I can walk through lava. Can you?
I can just turn into a bird and
Yeah.
fly away.
It is time to do your job.
And he'll urge Shiv forward. And he'll start just doing like a random circle between the lava and the cliffs.
Hmm.
And the shadow orc lady went to the south, but she hasn't come back.
Volsa hasn't returned. Is that what you're saying?
That's. She's a ninja. I can't perceive her.
We don't need her.
Tarnik spurs Shiv on further south.
Ah, okay.
So he's basically looking for Volsa.
All right. So, how far would he go? How far do you think he would go? In yards, miles, or minutes? What do you think? How far south he would go?
I'd say probably half an hour.
Oh wow. Okay. roll me a perception.
So I will. My one. It's a 13, but I will push Cub in the ribs. Look around.
Is Cub looking around also for Volsa or anything?
I'll look around.
All right, roll me a perception.
I'm boosting myself with guidance. Never mind.
Jesus. Okay.
I critted that one.
Well, it could be a 29.
And
Well, I critted, so
yeah,
that really would have mattered.
it's pretty high either way. Yeah. So as you both are looking around, Cub, you do see something to the south, and you also feel, now that you're going to the south, a sense that you felt before when you were fighting this wizard person. You feel something emanating and permeating through the ground, kind of washing upon you and slithering around your body like a oil of corruption. And you sense this to be the same signature that you felt before, and also from you studying the lantern, it's the same sort of aura. And the further south that you go, the stronger it gets. And now that you have been about half an hour here, off in the distance, you finally see some differentiation of land. You can see that there is more of a hilly area, more of cliffs that are actually rising higher. And you see like spikes of land stabbing up, like trying to stab up into the sky in a sense. And within that circle of area, you are seeing movement there. And you can finally see maybe what Narzag had reached out to Tarnik before y'all left. Something moving, and you see that there indeed is a large, large creature of bone and greenish scales and leathery wings that are also being torn of its undead greenish color, sickly greenish color. And you see it far enough to where it wouldn't notice you, but it's barely poking off the horizon. Like, you see the wings and its head, but it seems to be lower in the cliffs, like if there was a lower level of earth, and it's talking within that area. It seems to be conversing. You can see its mouth made of bone moving. Its maws, basically. With that information, it's up to you. Tarnik, you eventually would also have barely seen it with that roll, but not as perceptive that you can see that it's talking or anything. Not the details of it, but yes, that's
I'm
what
considering
you
I was
gathered.
looking for Volsa, so impressed that I saw it.
Oh, sorry, do what?
Oh, considering I was looking for Volsa, I'm impressed that I actually saw it.
Oh yeah. And there are more rocks here, and you can see, yes, like I said, more cliffs and rocks. This land is not as flat as the other ones. It's still barren, but yeah.
I was like, wasn't looking for her, but I saw something very, very ominous all the way over there, Tarnik.
Consider
Everything. All the source of everything is all over there.
What's more concerning is that's where we're going. I think we should return. If we can't see Volsa here, we should return and let the others know. This could change where we go next.
All right. Are y'all returning?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I would probably say we should probably return.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, then y'all, I'll
No,
put y'all
but
back over here where
I'm
y'all
leaving
have
it to
returned.
Karnak at the reins with Shiv, so I'll let him make the decision of if he wants to return or not.
Yeah, I think
I'm just a backseat driver.
It looks like y'all have eventually returned then, and if y'all traveled, it'd take depending on the speed or so, it would take another hour or an hour to get back, and then depending if y'all gonna let everybody rest or wake them up or whatnot.
When we get back, I'll push Tub off Shiv. And then head over towards where I last saw Grumthar.
Ah, excellent.
Not sure what Cub's doing.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go cuddle up with Dragoth.
Okay. He's a warm cat.
Tynik would dismount and gently rouse Grumthar and inform him of what he saw to the south, but also inform him that I don't know where Volser is.
Shaking the cobwebs from his head, wiping the drool off his chin. So, Tarnak, do you have any counsel then? Do we search for Volza to the south with the precipitation that she has been taken by the dragon?
I wouldn't say that. She's pretty tricky. Probably hiding in amongst the rocks that I saw, and amongst the cliffs and everything. It's much more rocky than
you would hope.
Hide behind.
And I'm assuming it's 5-6 p.m. by now. William?
It would have taken an hour for them to get back for it's probably around 5.
Yeah. With the heat of the day waning, I would hope that Volza would return. But I would have expected her to return after her shift was done. She has not had a full rest.
No, we don't know that. She is tricky. I've seen her disappear right in front of me.
If she was not wanting to be found, I doubt we would find her. We will give her another hour. And if she hasn't returned, we will head south in search of her.
Sounds good.
All right.
Go and get back onto Shiv and resume his watch.
All right. As you resume, go ahead and roll me a perception.
Oh, that's not bad. 17.
17. Oof. 17 still not good enough, but you are
I've got a +1. I'm not going to be rolling too high.
You don't see very much of a disturbance aside from the last of your final watch that's happening. And, Grumthar, you are going into the main group to sleep or rest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Well, the long rest is complete for Grumthar, I believe.
Oh, okay. You're just kind of chilling in there waiting for everybody else?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoever's joined the greater group, whoever's awake.
Excellent.
Like Zaz could be stirring at some point soon.
Yeah, he definitely is going to be stirring. There we go.
Tarnik and Cub should be up.
Cub's gone back to sleep.
Volsa. Saz, as you are sleeping in deep and feeling the heat of the sun bearing down, somehow you are still able to sleep. Maybe not as comfortably as you would like. But then you feel a presence and you hear a voice. It's time to get up. As eventually Volsa finally makes her way into the group. She whispers that into Sas's ear and says, Gramtha.
Where have you been, Volza?
Looking for Little Wolf. But apparently I have not gotten out clues. Though I did see a undead dragon by the name of Skassex speaking with Ambrosia.
The names and words confuddle me. How do you know the name of the dragon?
It spoke it. How else would I know it? I'm not some sort of psychic or something.
And Ambrosia? Who is Ambrosia?
Is the wizard who we fought. Before you weren't there, you were fixing your shoes. Or boots, should I say.
I was also tending to some painful wounds, as I recall. Anyway, no matter. Did you get the rest that you needed? Are you at full strength?
Of course I am. What do you think I am? I am an orc. And I'm not some weakling elf.
As an orc, we require 8 hours of sleep. I only saw you take 4.
And she looks over and says, I'm in quite well. However, I did garner some information, possibly leads that might take us to who we are searching for. I think there is some sort of portal here that they were speaking of. This is where I think the devils are marching through. This one that you seek, the withered one. Yes? That's the correct name? I assume I've heard you correctly?
Yes, of course.
And she says, I think it has to do some sort of linking with it. But they were talking about portals and corruption. They were talking about a army of devils preparing from the south to move on the orcish lands and to subdue the orcs. They're summoning more, but then they are using the ground. This Kassex seems to be a second commander of Anam. He seems to be his right-hand dragon, or what you would call it. An undead creature created by this withered one. One who is working with Ambrosia here, but also working in the other lands. They say they have other corruption sites in, what do they call it? Elandria, Lealandria, Angoria, North Polaria, on Polaria City.
This portal, do you feel it's a manifestation of this wizard's magic, or is it something else?
I don't know, we should ask a wizard. Looks over at Saz. Are you a wizard?
This one is not a wizard. This one is a sorcerer.
Same difference. So, what does it mean?
Zaz. And we relay the story of filling any blanks he didn't hear. Do you suppose this wizard has the power to open such a portal? Or are we dealing with some sort of artifact or other natural occurring phenomena?
DM above table. As a sorcerer, Saz wouldn't have as much information as a wizard would have. So how much information would he know about this?
Roll me a You can either go with investigation or arcana. I can't remember if those fall under the same. But
Oh, this is gonna be great. Okay. That's a 5.
oh my god. Okay.
And okay.
You know what? I'm gonna have you roll with an advantage just because you should know at least some information.
Just speak with confidence, Zaz, and we will all believe you.
I am going to go in the other room as soon as we go on break and do something not great to my wife. 5 plus 1. She cursed my dice rolls. Roz knows what I'm talking about. That better be the last 2 that I was old.
I thought we got all those out of the way for you.
No, I told you I had some left when we were done.
So, Uka, what does she do on Sunday nights? We could use a player with, that can actually roll dice.
Oh my god.
Just teasing. We all have that happen to us. It actually I think bad rolls make for better storytelling myself, so.
Oh gosh. Okay, so Saz would have at least know a little bit of portals and such. Not quite familiar with them, but they probably seen some back in the temple who were able to cast such portals, being able to travel into different areas, but it does take quite a bit of power, and probably the reason that Saz does not know it is that because it takes such a mastery to do it, it's not something easily accessible until you reach high levels of mastery in, be it sorcery or wizards that know such spells. That's about as much as he would probably know.
Yeah, I would. Saz would basically give that description of their knowledge and go, "This one is only recently awoken as a free sorcerer. My information is limited based off what I can remember and what I can currently do."
Volsa's like, useless. Go find you a wizard orc next time, Grantha, when I'm gone. And she will, walk off trying to find Tarnik. But anyway, yes, go on.
This is not time to run off, Volza. Bring Tarnik, and we must make a group decision.
She, waves him away. It's like, yes, I'm finding Tarnik. The only smart one around here.
Cub, Narzag, Zaz. You've heard the tale of this undead dragon is in league with Ambrosia. And I'm sorry, William, if I keep getting it wrong. Devils and demons. Which one are we dealing with?
Devils.
In league with the devils. Legions of devils. A portal open. And as I stand here and I look at our team, I just wonder what we can do.
Narzak went back to sleep.
Well, obviously I kicked you first to wake you up, and Cub as well.
You see a bed of flowers surrounding the bear, and it's like this earthy, burnt smell now, but there's a bed of flowers surrounding him.
Yes, very dainty. Cub, Narzag. We have important matters to discuss.
And as you are doing this, Volsa would look over and find Tarnik, and it's like, Tarnik, what are you doing out here? We have important matters to discuss.
Keeping us alive. What are you doing?
Giving information to the group. Come on. What are you doing lagly-gagging around here? Not very leader-like. And she, walks annoyed back to the group.
If we just canter up behind her.
How flowers can grow in the heated area? Who knows?
And then Volsa will, as the conversation's going on here, Volsa will turn to Tarnik and says, I believe I can find where maybe a clue to where Little Wolf might be. If portals are being used, I've heard of them being able to go to different places. Shadows were said to have taken them somewhere. Perhaps we can use the portal. Maybe they're on the other side. Maybe we can garner clues there. Maybe we can find Little Wolf, finally. Maybe these devils are in league with whatever shadowy-like things took Little Wolf.
You said they were marching on the Orcan land. Did you not?
Yes. They are.
Now look at the Tarnik. Destiny is afoot. Yes, our friends are missing. But I'm not sure that takes precedence over stopping this invasion.
Volsa looks over at Grumtar and says, Are you going to plan to stop an invasion of an army of devils? Just this medley crew? I am powerful, but I'm not that powerful.
All we need to do is somehow bring down that portal. Prevent it from opening. We don't need to defeat the entirety of the army, Ambrosia, or the dragon. Wow. Not that I know.
But I do know that if the devils are going through a portal, that means they're going somewhere else. And if we go through that portal, we'll go through to somewhere else. If we don't know where it's going.
I'm led to believe it's leading into the Orcan land. An invasion of our land, our homes.
Volsa looks and is like, they're doing that everywhere. Not just Orklands. As I said, the city of Paleria, which is the capital of humans, I know that much. And then North Angoria, South Angoria, Elandria, all of them. Which I'm more concerned about finding out. She looks over at Tarnik. Our companions, I suspect. Grum is included. Though I can't imagine why you would want a cow in the group.
It's more than a cow.
I suspect it can make a good juicy steak.
We do need to follow these leads, so if we can find Little Wolf and Grom, that will be better for us overall. But if we pick the wrong portal, we could end up in the Withered One's chamber. Come on, come.
Choices.
You're very quiet there. You tell us how smart you are. Why don't you weigh in on this discussion?
Oh, Cub,
Shake Cub, wake up, Dulgar. You have decisions to make. Stay with us.
Uh-oh, did we lose Cub?
Have we lost him, have we?
It was the exhaustion that took him.
The exhaustion took him. Yeah. Uh-oh. I see his mic going green and not green, so I don't know. Maybe he's not at his computer.
Yeah, Cub, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
Huh. All right, well, while we wait for that, before we continue, let's go ahead and take just a quick 5-minute break. I did drink a lot of lemonade, so.
All right.
And then we'll continue here. All right, 5-minute break. We'll be back.
You there, Dave?
All right, I am back. If anybody hears Cub come back, let me know. I had to mute his mic. I could hear some background noise.
Oh, was that Cub that had the background noise?
Maybe. I know I heard some conversation going in the background, so just muting it so it's not on the stream.
Yeah, I could hear a female voice.
Man, it sounded like Spanish.
Yeah. Seguro que sí, señor.
Dave, just so you know, Tarnik doesn't feel worthy to be leader at this stage. That's why he's handed over the weapons.
Yeah, well, fine, but this would be Grumpthar's first. I mean, he's been a military person his entire, but this would be the first time he's been really in command. So,
yep.
Nice. Congratulations. All right.
Sorry for the coughing.
Oh, no worries. So we'll go ahead and at least continue on until Cub returns. If Cub is, unless everybody wants to wait to see if he returns.
Yeah, I don't know. Ed still needs to get back, so
okay.
I'm sure he's on his way.
Awesome. I wasn't sure who all left, so.
Now, hopefully the other David's going to join us again at some point. I hope.
Yeah, right now I just had to do that so I can get Volsa back and keep everything else going. I'll have to.
Yeah, I was afraid you were telling us that he was done with the group.
I haven't heard back from him. I know he's been sick, but I know every now and then he'll get sick and he'll be gone for a few weeks. So I'll have to see when he'll be able to return.
Sure. Wish him the best, of course.
Yeah.
That's how he got the weapons in the first place.
Yeah.
I might say a prayer to Ganache over those weapons as they seem tailored to him. I wonder if they would be Ganash's blessing would modify them somehow to be more tailored to a barbarian.
They're technically just are what they are. They weren't actually tailored to him, but yeah, I can understand what you're saying. I guess we'll wait once you do it.
Yeah. Oh, that's not like Cub.
Oh, is that Cub? I can unmute it now. Let me see.
Well, I don't think he was talking to us.
Oh, he wasn't talking. He's on Discord, not at the PC. Okay, so I guess Edward is wanting to say anything when he gets back, but he can hear us. Cool. Guess I know I'll be ending right at 10 tonight. So, let's see here. Had some things happened yesterday, so I went at a little bit of a splurge on drinking, so it's starting to get to me.
Understandable, mate.
Yeah.
It's good to let your hair down every once in a while.
Yeah. So let's see here. I will go ahead.
Celebrating a lot.
I can still roleplay. I just can't roll any dice.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
We figured everybody was talking right now instead of rolling dice, depending on what you'll wish to do.
So, Volza, do you think you could figure out which portal has our companions?
She looks... Let me do something really quick with her. Let's roll something just so I can keep myself in check. Let's go with this one instead. 17. Okay. She says, I don't know very much about magical portals, but I'm just suggesting that if we at least try to find out more, go and inspect these portals, maybe we can garner some clues. Maybe we can figure out if they do took our friends into the portals. Whatever's happening here seems to be very important, especially if they're trying to take over the world. I suspect that these portals are some sort of pathways to different places. Could be in different realms. I at least know that. I did have a powerful wizard once that I knew from the Conclave. And at the worst, I guess they could land us in human lands. That would be disgusting. If even worse than that, maybe elven lands. I'm not...
That would be the...
She looks over at Tarnik.
Yeah.
And
Going into Amon's bedchamber doesn't scare him, but going into a land of elves does.
Volsa looks over and she's like, whatever mention that Tarnik says, she seems to like flinch a little bit, just a little bit at it.
We need intelligence. We need to know more. And I am willing to admit I am a person. I am a blunt instrument. I fight. Leadership is new to me. As I continue to shake Cub, finally, after minutes and minutes, he comes back to life. You are a sound sleeper, young one.
Oh, is he back?
Little.
I can't. I have him muted just because it was like background noise. So there we go. There we go.
Yeah, my bad. I had to use the restroom.
Oh, no worries.
Now I see Ed's mic is muted.
Oh, he's listening though. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
So, the dragon, the wizard we battled and got away are to the south, as is a legion of devils, as they are marching through the portals to distant lands, including the orc homeland, as well as the human and elf. It is conceivable that our companions are also somewhere amongst those, behind one of those portals. And we are contemplating our next move. I would love to
save our friends. Our best bet is I can try to connect to some of those portals and detect through their magic and see which one would lead to our friends. Unless you prefer that we, and I'm not trying to say that we should or so, but this is just hypothetical. But we can either leave, we can just ignore, I wouldn't say truly ignore them, but we can also take on not the whole army or part of this army or whatever, this faction that are threatening the lands itself.
Balsa,
By doing that, we will have to leave our friends behind.
I would like to know if our friends are there. I would rather not engage any of them unless we somehow gained the upper hand. And that seems unlikely.
And then, what did Tornik say? Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Also, wasn't there corruption?
Volsa looks over and she will say, corruption. I don't know if there was corruption, but I suspect there would be. I mean, there is an undead thing there. Cub, I don't know if you mentioned that, but Cub, that's what you would have felt later.
The dragon thing?
No, the lands and all that stuff. The same signature. I don't know if you mentioned that back to Tarnik or not. The one that...
Oh, yeah. Everything that I got from the critical, or from my critical, I have related over to Tarnik.
Okay.
So, Cub.
I would have got a second-hand version of that information.
Okay.
So, Cub, you think you can isolate which portal might have our friends?
I believe so. I'd have to... I know going over there stealthily won't be easy, and we can't hide by poking ourselves of being invisible, because some of these devils and demons have the ability to see invisibility.
There are plenty of rocks and things to hide behind.
Yeah.
Remember, it's not as barren and flat as here.
Not if they're flying.
Then Volso says, I was able to hide very well, actually. There was plenty of shadows that the sun was creating of these rocks and cliffs. If it's nighttime, I can even hide better. Perhaps, she looks over, perhaps I can take the sorcerer with me. And
says the lady who hid in shadows and let a demon sneak attack her and left her almost to death.
Listen, you tiny little dwarf. You are getting right into my nerves. I already got rid of one of yours. I am happy to get rid of you.
You are all skilled at stealth. Even Narzag has stealth abilities.
Isaac, I would not have considered traveling with that orc. He seems to care about flowers and doing strange things. Confuses me.
Yet I've seen him cast the pass without trace. I'm more worried of Tarnik and I. We are not the most stealthy.
Not built for stealth. I don't hide in the shadows.
I share your sentiments, but we need intelligence.
I know.
I can only take one person with me that I can hide. So decide quickly which person you want. Sorcerer.
I would say, as much as it pains me to say this, but I think it would be best suited that me and her should go.
She looks like a deadpan, like eyes at Cub.
I'm like,
Arnik looks at Volsa and nods his head in agreement.
What in
And I agree as well.
the 9 hells are you talking about? You want me to?
I was like,
Set your differences aside and figure this out. You two are the most suited.
I go to her, I look at her, and I go, or to Volsa, like, look, Volsa, I don't like it either. For many reasons. One, you
mentioned it, and I will put this blade through your throat.
You went to battle with Bordak and you came back alone. So I don't know whether he's dead or not, so I don't trust that feeling. 2, you are very, very shady in so many ways. I still have no full confidence in you. But in this case, your best bet is with me, because as long as we get there safely, we need magic to detect these portals to find our friends. And I am skilled in using that magic to be able to detect our friends.
She looks
You
over.
get me there to detect the and find our friends, and I will also use the land to portal us out in safety, so we can try to lure so we can take the right one to get to our friends.
She looks over at Grumthar and Tonic. I swear one word. If this is what you decide, that's fine. But I will not be belittled by this dwarf. And she goes and waits.
Well, I can protect you for an hour, Cub, from the heat, if that helps.
You have my permission to punch him. If he annoys you, you can punch him. If she punches you, stop being that annoying shit that you are. This is for everyone's benefit. You are the best person to understand the portals, therefore you need to play nicely. Volsa will keep you alive. It's that simple. Play nice.
Don't I always play nice? I mean, after all, you're all alive because of my healing.
Yet if you'd protected us properly, we wouldn't have needed healing. Do not rely on your healing as the only thing that matters. It's not who you are.
Go.
Sure. Terrible persuasion roll.
Oh gosh. Well, you could probably use that on Volsa. You could probably use that on Volsa, but yeah, I guess it would be Cub how you want to RP that one.
Let's see. He probably has really high charisma.
Yeah,
I'll more likely accept it in general. But like, I already know. I know what's at stake and everything, so I'll take that into consideration. So I'll definitely play along.
Okay. All right. Well, then that
in my head I won't like the idea, but that of what I suggested and all. But I will have to play along.
All right. Well, then we got a plan then. So Cub and Volsa are going to infiltrate then. What exactly are any of the other details?
Do you want to ride ship before you hide? I don't know how far it is to these portals.
And you're asking that to Volsa?
And Cup.
Oh. Volsa will be like, I do not need to ride ship. We cannot travel with the horse.
The horse is good value. It's not a horse.
And says, whatever the thing is, I cannot travel with it. I must use my own abilities, and I can keep Cub hidden with one of my abilities. I cannot keep the horse, or creature, whatever that thing is, hidden.
Alright, just have to get close enough and then tell it to come back to me.
It says, fine. I will ride you.
Larzag.
Yes.
Cast your spell over Cub.
Well, he has to be willing. Cub, would you like to be resistance to heat?
Yes.
I spend an action to cast protection from energy, fire.
Zaz, do you in any of your sorcery ways have a way to aid our companions as they go on their reconnaissance? Zaz.
This one's abilities mostly rely on destruction or protecting oneself. I could turn the Draugr invisible, but I believe he could do that himself.
Yes, I can.
If you would like, I could disguise him as something a bit more appropriate for the area.
If Cub can turn himself invisible, then perhaps you should turn Volza invisible. That would only aid them, wouldn't it, Volza?
I can
Keep
turn
in mind, like I said,
myself
I
invisible.
did play before.
All right, that was two people talking at once.
Sorry. I'll say this. Like, keep in mind what I said earlier. We are around demons and devils. Some of these may have the ability to see through invisibility.
And some might not. So if you don't feel it's worthy, then you do what is best. Volza, what do you think?
As I was able to go when the sun was up. When the night falls, I will be even stealthier. I know where to hide within the tangible items and products of the land.
If you feel that invisibility will not aid you, I will trust your abilities. Go.
If I need invisibility, I have the ability to do it as well.
Very well.
Would you like extra movement?
You can concentrate on both.
It's not a concentration spell.
Extra movement.
It just.
It says,
Long strider.
give it to the Dragar if you have that ability to give him speed.
If I cast it at second level, it could target 2 people. Third level is 3 people.
I do not understand what these second levels are, but proceed.
Yeah, I don't know that about the either.
Oh, what'd you cast that? Long strider?
Second.
Phew. She can move fast now. No.
I figured that would be a helpful ability.
So hurry.
Yes, I will. I would say, yeah, we can just ride on Shiv and get just
No.
to our.
No, we're not. You're not taking Shiv.
Oh,
You need to take advantage of Volza's stealth abilities. And with this long strider, you should be able to make the trek without her, without Shiv.
yeah.
Now go before your boons wear off.
All right.
I think Shiv will cancel your protection from energy.
Actually, how fast is Shiv? Was that? They're about the same speed. I don't know about Cub though. I don't know if Cub is able to. She has an ability, but she can probably match the Nightmare. But I don't know about Cub. So
You just
No,
got
with long strider, instead of 30 feet, I now gain 40 feet.
yeah. So Shiv would probably be faster to get there. So yeah, Volsa would say, "Come on, let's go. Let's take Shiv." So otherwise she would outpace you.
Yeah.
very well.
All right, so
So they're birds.
Cub and Volsa and Shiv are in their own group heading out. What is as the sun is setting now? So took a while. So, what is the rest of the group going to do? Are they just waiting for them, or are they going to plan anything?
The
How do
Tarnik
these
would go
flowers
back
get?
to,
No. Hold up. Let
Sorry.
Tarnik talk first. Yeah.
Tarnik would walk back to where he was sleeping and reset up his bedroll, so it forms a shelter, like a shade,
Okay.
so he can hide underneath it,
Ah. And then
using the rocks and everything to hold his bedroll out flat.
perfect. How about okay, Narzak, or yeah, what were you saying?
Here you go. He was being funny and goes to the spot and says, "Huh, where did these flowers come from? Smells like home."
Yeah.
Okay. How about Sas and Grumthar?
I was thinking perhaps we should dig ourselves a trench or a cave. Could we get underneath this rock outcropping to give ourselves some amount of shelter? If the dragon were to fly overhead, perhaps we could be unseen.
You certainly can.
My weapons are my only tools, though.
So Grumthar would understand probably, and anybody else, that it just takes quite a bit of digging, which at the time that they're traveling, I suppose. Probably.
Tarnek, Narzag. Perhaps even the animals, Drogoth and Midnight, if we could somehow communicate to them. Let's burrow underneath this rock outcropping.
Midnight can understand any language I know. It's just bears can't speak
Same for
our
Tico.
language.
Same for Tico, but you just only get the little kitty cat growls.
Okay.
See if we can build ourselves a little bunker.
Alrighty. So y'all gonna work on that one. How about Saz? Is he gonna do anything particular? Or
Saz would definitely help with the digging of the hole, but he would also try and take a moment to pull Grumthar aside to ask him a question.
Ah, excellent.
Digging holes is hard work.
This
Yes,
one
sir.
has a question for you about this Volza. What do you think of her?
She is angry and has not shared entirely what disturbs her such. She is not so different than you in that, or your kind, that is. She has disdain for other races, lacks tolerance, lacks respect, or perhaps provides the correct amount. Who am I to say? So, I choose to have an open mind, tend to believe our differences give us a strength that others might lack. But not all agree with this sentiment. You have knowledge, I do not. I have knowledge, you do not. Together, our knowledge is greater than separate. I do not believe she fully appreciates that. So what do I think of Zaz? What do I think of Volsa? I think she's angry. I think she is bothered. Annoyed that we must lean on resources she would prefer not to lean on.
This
Enough
one
rest.
does not
Yes.
seem to trust her. She seems as if there is more than anger she has. I agree with Cub. I feel as though there's more to this one.
Which I would agree. However, I do trust her loyalty to the orcs. I trust her actions would not betray the orcs. So I would understand your unease. I suspect you would not trust others of your kind around orcs or Durgar, let alone elves or humans.
Unless I wanted those races to be eaten, maimed, or otherwise destroyed. No, not particularly.
I think the sentiment is not all that different.
All right. On that, we're going to. Oh,
Yeah. No, I was just going
In
to say,
yours,
let's
Continue.
continue to dig the hole. Get
in yours opinion, which is better, a trident or a spear to dig the earth?
use whichever one works best, and then when it dulls, use the other.
Oh, mine will stay sharp. I cast magic weapon on my trident.
There you go.
there we go. Let me switch my screen to there. So now, we're going to jump over to Cub and Volsa and Shiv as they travel. And Volsa will say to Shiv, "All right, Shiv. Make sure not to give us away. I don't need you to be using your flames to signal other fiends around here. Do you understand?"
Gibbs' flames die down to normal horse hair levels, and they dull to a red rather than that bright orange yellow.
Excellent. And does he speak Goblin, this one, like the other Shiv, or no?
No,
Okay.
He has common and infernal, but can't speak.
Okay.
And he's a fiend, so he can't do the animals one.
Cool. All right. And then to say, all right, Shiv. Says, we're going to get close enough to where we're going to land. Cub, you must stick close to me. Do not move further than 10 feet from me, otherwise I cannot seal or conceal you. Do you understand?
Yes.
It says, Shiv, do you understand?
Shiv paws the ground and nods his head.
It says, excellent. Maybe you are not so bad, Shiv. And then she pushes on forward. And Cub, you start sensing the corruption once more. You start sensing that sense of not dread, but evil. The sense of just sickness of the land rising above. And as you see up ahead, you see the cliff far, far off ahead where you had seen this dragon that she calls Scathinx speaking. But you don't see it anymore. And closer that you get, getting to this point where you see the spikes of the earth just piercing up like needles all over this area. Well, roll me a Constitution, actually, for you, Cub.
Alright.
He has resistance to heat right now.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put myself a guidance. Alright. So, give me a sec. Let me get the guidance.
Guidance is not for saves. Bless is for saves.
There we go. 22.
Oh, yeah, so this is a con save. Guidance is for abilities, not saves. That's right, right? Yeah. Okay, so you got a 20. Cool.
20.
As you are nearing the area, she shifts Shiv to the right, and then you can see what seems to be stones, large stones. As the sun is finally off in the horizon setting and the shadows are growing long. All right, Shiv, return to your master. And keeping close to Volsa, she grabs you and wraps her hands around you, and both of you vanish and disappear into the shadows of that stone. And you land very softly, making no noise whatsoever. And as soon as you touch the ground, you start to hear voices in your head. And they say, "Murderer, you killed us all. You destroyed the seeds of life. Drogar, you are evil. Succumb to the evil. Succumb to the chaos. To the death. You've already killed one sulker of great druids. Why not continue? Feed the chaos." And you start hearing these voices just clouding your mind, hitting you everywhere. It's Volsa is holding, and you can hear barely her voice say, "All right, we're going to get closer. Are you ready?"
What?
And she looks confused. I said, are you ready? We're going closer. We're going to the next chateau.
Yes. No. I'm not.
And
What are you talking about?
And then you see yourself, as you see suddenly an image in your mind, somewhere in a cave. And then you see some sort of energy or power releasing from you. Then you see some sort of... It's not a Drogar. This one is a druid. Seems almost to have the same symbols as you. And you see yourself unleashing power that murders them. It just kills them. And they scream, this horrible scream in your mind. It says, yes, unleash it. Come with us. Become that which the master seeks. And you hear these voices now getting louder. And then you see and feel yourself move to another rock. Another shadow. And Volsa says, there, I see portals. I see the dragon. And I see the wizard. We must get closer. And you barely hear her voice in the background as these voices are getting louder. And you feel yourself starting to have this sense of trepidation, but yet at the same time you have this other force of evil sense of comfort. This evil sense of power starting to try to build up in you. And you are touching this land, and it seems to be trying to enhance you in a way. It's very euphoric in a way that you sense this. Very power-driven and euphoric that you are sensing. You must roll me a wisdom check. DC 22.
Oh, man.
What'd you roll?
Nothing yet. I'm just like,
Oh.
oh, that is some really high.
Yeah. You're in the thick of it.
Yeah, because I'm thinking maybe. Let me check. Touch a creature, choose strength, dexterity, intelligence, wisdom, or charisma. For the duration, the target has advantages on ability checks using... Okay, no, it's not a saving throw. I can't use enhance ability then. Resistance only gives me new... Okay, so I don't have anything that will give me an advantage or provide me hope unless I had bless, which I don't have bless.
Poor Volsa. All right.
Okay, all right. If I had bless, that would have helped me, but in this case, I don't. All right, here we go. I don't want to look.
Oh, wow.
Oh, thank you.
Dang, nice. 23. That's crazy. All right. As you feel this voice and these powers, you have a sense that you want to unleash this power upon Volsa. You have this thing that you want to rage, that you want to stab her or attack her, just rip her to shreds. But then you're somehow strong enough to be able to push back on these voices that are trying to break through your mind. Pushing back on them, you finally start making them whispers that are trying to tickle the edges of your mind. But finally, Volsa's voice is breaking through, and by this time, you are so close that you can see the details of Ambrosia, and you see the details of this dragon, and you can hear them conversing. And all around, there are actually 3 portals that are opened. And you can see something on the other side of one portal, which seems like some grassy lands and a forest. In the middle portal, you see something that is of fiery lands, more fire than here. But you see flying creatures, possibly devils, on the other side of this portal. And then in the other side of the third portal, you can see what looks like to be some sort of castle etched into the side of a mountain, but is far off, very distant. So it's somewhere where this portal is able to open that is hidden, what you can at least tell. And as Volsa is there listening, and you are listening, we're going to go ahead and, because of what might happen next, we're going to go ahead and pause there since we're already at 15 minutes almost. So, nice roll right there.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
so those moments when you were saying that I was getting that euphoria, I'm like I'm like in my head or so, like I'm just like